How's it going, guys? My name is Zach with the Movie Castle, and today I'm pretty excited. We're going to be talking about the first episode of the new season of Creepshow, or, well, new to me. This aired a long time ago on Shudder, but around Halloween time, AMC actually plays them. So this is Creepshow Season 3, Episode 1, and this one's titled Mums and Queen Bee. Mums is directed by Rusty Cundieff, stars Ethan Embry, and is based on a story by Joe Hill. Queen Bee is directed by Greg Nicotero, the series creator, and stars Kaelyn Gobert-Harris. In Mums, you get this kid, and his dad murders his mom and buries her body inside the rose garden. Well, the kid has some special seeds that the mom left him, and he decides to plant those in the rose garden, and soon the plants start craving blood. In Queen Bee, you get a group of young kids sneaking into a hospital to see a pop star who is going to give birth to her first child. However, when they go to the hospital, things are strange and mysterious. The whole top floor, the whole 5th floor, is empty, and the doctors there have strange glowing green eyes. So what's up with that there? Now, overall, this isn't a terrible episode, but it's not the best episode ever, and I feel that if this came out somewhere in the middle of the season, I would be more fine with this. But this is your first episode of Season 3. This is your season premiere. You really needed a stronger episode to come out with your best foot forward. Overall, I wish we got a better one to start out for. Now, don't get me wrong, it's for the most part fine, and I'm still looking forward to the other episodes of the season, but it's not the best. For example, in Mums. Mums is a story that's painfully obvious where it's going, and normally I could forgive this if it was funner. Anthology horror tends to be quite tropey, but it's done best when it knows, hey, we're being tropey, but we're gonna have fun with it, and Mums does not have fun. It is way too dark and serious, yet we all know exactly where it's going. And then when we get to the end, the payoff, the scene with the comeuppance, the comeuppance scene, it's short. They spend all their time with this family drama stuff, and we're sitting there waiting for the story to go how we know it's going to go, and we just say, hey, at least give us a good big finale. But the finale is just kind of cut a little short, and I'm like, no, don't dwell on this boring drama, give us more fun ending bits. So yeah, Mums isn't great. Queen Bee is a little bit better. The biggest problem is we do have these annoying Blumhouse-style kids, and when you look at a lot of their actions, it's questionable to say the least. But it does lead to a better finale, although if you saw the trailer, the finale kind of got a little spoiled. But it does lead to some fun, wacky Creepshow action and some fun, crazy horror moments. But we just have annoying teenagers making some murderous decisions. More on that in a little bit. So overall, this is an okay episode, but it really isn't the best thing ever, and I wish Season 3 got off on a stronger foot. Fingers crossed for the rest of the episodes, though. I think we have 5 more, so I'll be looking forward to whatever comes of them. Anyway, without further ado, let's analyze this a little bit more. I'm not going to be doing any major spoilers, but I'm going to analyze the plot in each story, but I won't cover the endings or the twist too much, so no major spoilers. Anyway, first off, we have Mums, the Joe Hill story, and we get this mother, and she's taking her son to go see great grandma. She's over 100 years old. She was born before television. You really need to meet her. Well, the dad stops them and says, "What are you doing trying to take my son away?" And he and a couple of his friends put the mom in a truck and they say they're driving her to rehab. And the dad explains to the son, "Look, the grandma she's taking you to is a little bit of a hippie, and your mom says, oh, you're gonna have a great time with great grandma, but what she really wants to do is relapse. She wants to go there, abuse drugs and alcohol, and sadly lose her sobriety." Now, in real life, that would probably be the story, but of course the dad is a jerk character, and we are supposed to not believe anything he says, which does kind of bug me because, yeah, in real life, you know, this would simply be the story. It would just be the mom relapsing, and the idea that there would be a conspiracy against her is much more far-fetched, but we're told this dad is a jerk, don't believe anything he says, even if in this first case it's the much more likely scenario. But anyway, the dad takes the mom away and then he kills her, or at least it seems like it. He tells one of his friends that she tried to jump out of the moving vehicle and died, but we don't actually see it, and again, the episode says the dad's a jerk, don't believe anything he says. It's kind of odd still that we didn't see the actual event and we're left with his description, but whatever. The dad kills the mom and buries her in the rose garden, which is insanely stupid. He buries the mom in the rose garden, but the kid is overtly interested in gardening. He's going to be out in that garden all the time, and they bury her in a shallow grave where the kid is going to be actively digging around. This is a terrible plot. And on top of this, we also find out the dad is basically a terrorist, and he has this plot against a government building. So I guess we should talk about the dad. You see, in classic anthology horror, and in horror in general, a lot of the times the villains are the best part. Seeing a villain that's over the top and maniacal, they're always really great. Yeah, you never really root for them, but a good bit of maniacal fun, especially in anthology horror, a good over-the-top villain really, really works. But this guy is just a jerk, and he's not even a really smart or clever or, you know, there's nothing really super interesting about him. He's just a jerk, and he's written very, very bluntly. Joe Hill, normally a really good writer. I like a lot of Joe Hill's stuff. I don't think he really writes the best jerks, especially when he starts to get political. He starts to get very heavy-handed, losing a lot of subtlety, and yeah, maybe avoid characters like this, okay? So yeah, not the best character ever. Very, very ham-fisted here. But anyway, the dad's a huge jerk. The son finds these seeds that the mother had left him and decides to plant them in the rose garden. However, the seeds and then later the plants will start to continuously prick him, and they'll soak in the blood until a horrible secret is revealed. And if you're familiar with anthology horror, you basically know where this is going. Now, that being said, it is fun enough when it gets there, but I mean, for as long as we sat through this drama, as long as we knew what was coming, you know, like, we could see the ending coming from a mile away, and we're just waiting to get there for the promise that it would be fun, and we're sitting through this dad who's not a fun villain and very, very plain, and we're just sitting there watching him be mean to his kid, and we're just like, get to the end already, get to the end. And when it comes, it's not great. It doesn't last near long enough. This is where time management really needed to be affected. Don't spend so long on the dad just being a jerk. Condense that, we get the point of that really, really quick, and then take the comeuppance sequence, stretch that out, linger in it. That's where the fun is, the crazy horror moments. But instead, the comeuppance section is the part that's rushed through, and like, one of the characters that, gets his comeuppance is like shot from a widescreen distance, and there's never any that are super satisfying. This is the shot, the part that Creepshow really should have played more with, and it's the part that gets glossed over and it's not near satisfying enough. But whatever. Next story. Queen Bee. You get these friends, 2 girls and a guy, hanging out inside one of their rooms, and they're talking about a pop star. In the show, it's Regina, who they refer to as Queen Bee, so I believe a parallel for Beyonce, probably. And the 2 girls are arguing about who is the #1 fan. They keep saying #1 fan. I feel like we're trying to do a Misery reference here. No hobbling, sadly. But anyway, one of the girls, it turns out the pop star, is secretly giving birth inside the hospital the mom works at. And the mom comes in and says, "Hey, you guys, you're good kids. Do you want any dinner?" And they turn her down, "No, we don't want any dinner." And the mom goes, "Here, take my whole wallet. If you need money for dinner, go buy something." It's a really awkward scene that the mom goes, "Here, take my whole wallet." And granted, what happens later in the episode, I could see maybe you justifying it. But still, a weird and kind of forced way to begin this episode. But anyway, the kids go, "Hey, we have the mom's whole wallet. Inside that wallet is her key card to get into the hospital. Let's go and see the pop star giving birth." So they go there and they talk about ethics because they're kind of invading her privacy. Can we take pictures? Can we sell them? How much money can we get? We shouldn't take pictures of the baby, or should we? Maybe we should take photos of the father, because no one really knows who he is. And they're talking about fame, and they're talking about money, and they're being annoying teens. They're being annoying teens. But anyway, they eventually get to the hospital, the Haddonfield Myers Hospital. I think Halloween 2 fans get the Easter egg. But anyway, they sneak in, and they're doing an okay job until a guard sees them, tries to stop them, and then in a minor altercation, they wind up pushing the guard down the stairs, and he's dead. But who cares? You know, I said there were some questionable elements that these kids made? Yeah, they killed someone, and they go right back to thinking about that pop star. Do they not tell kids to not kill people anymore? Like, I feel that, that's something you learn pretty early on that you're not supposed to do. But these kids, they don't care about murder. So, anyway, they go into the hospital and they soon see, the pop star has the whole 5th floor, which they thought was privacy just because she was a celebrity, but all the lights are out, and the doctors, they find, have strange green glowing eyes. That won't deter them. They still want to see the baby, and to be honest, they do everything in their power to get caught. They constantly knock over stuff, they constantly talk too loud, and it is amazing these kids don't instantly fail their mission, but they sneak around. Fun, crazy horror moments, and the ending is kind of cool. When you get to the reveal, what's going on here, there's some fun, crazy, over-the-top horror moments. Yeah, we're getting to them with these kind of annoying teenagers that like to murder people, but we still get there, and that is the important thing. But I will say, adding on to that questionable morality thing, they find out the glowing green eyes, that's obviously mind control, but they find out how the mind control is being done, and they find out it's actually super easy to turn it off, and they literally find a whole jar full of something that they use on themselves to prevent the mind control, but they don't use on the poor doctors and nurses, and instead, they're going to fight and kill these doctors and nurses. Again, why do these teens love to murder people? They know how to stop the mind control, but they would much rather just kill them. I think it would be easier, granted how easy it is to stop the mind control, it'd be easier to stop it, but no, they're just gonna kill them. Again, fun horror moments, but we have to get here through these kids. I don't know. Overall, like I said, the episode isn't the absolute worst thing ever. The first one is super serious, super slow, super heavy-handed with not near enough payoff. The second one is fine, but the kids are annoying and they don't care about murder. So it's fine. The second one does get there, but overall, I mean, I've seen all the past episodes of Creepshow. This is definitely among the weaker ones, you know? But I still am looking forward to the future. Hopefully the rest of Season 3 isn't like this. Hopefully it gets better. Anyway, to everyone who's watched so far, thank you for watching. To everyone who's liked and subscribed, thank you. You really are helping the channel out. I'll leave a relevant playlist on the bottom. This should be my Creepshow playlist. I've talked about all the past episodes in there, so I talked about every episode of Season 1, Season 2, as well as the animated and the holiday special, and I also talked about the new Creepshow comic. Yeah, they turned Creepshow into an actual comic, and I did a review for the first issue of that. So if you want to see me talk about more Creepshow, I'll leave that in the playlist on the bottom. Anyway, have a good day. I'll see you guys again very, very soon. Creepshow playlist on the bottom. Have a good day now.